Now this disease has produced, there is a black spot on this crop. This fruit has a black spot, and that black spot has multiplied itself. You know that black spot is really hard when it comes to pepper. When you harvest hot pepper fruits and there is a black spot among them, it can cause all the fruits in that particular package or box to start dripping, and they will all end up wasted. Pepper takes 4 months from the time you plant the nursery bed to the time you start to harvest. Because it takes 2 months, you count for each 2 months in the bed, and then 2 months in the main garden, then you start harvesting. Now what would have been like the 5th month, you'd be harvesting. How do you care for chili? Chili is the easiest. Right after 2 months of you planting in the main garden, you will start to harvest. But the good thing about chili, exporters take it when it is still green. They don't take it when it is ripe. But for hot pepper, they want it when it's ripe, when it's ready. They don't take pepper when it is immature, unless if there is a particular order that specifically comes asking for immature hot pepper. But for hot pepper, they take it when it's already mature. Where can someone get a good seeds for both chili and hot pepper? Now with hot pepper, I cannot tell you go here or go there, because where you will go, they will give you a bad seed, the same way they did to me. But there is a gentleman called David at Icemark. They select good seeds and extract them, so they can give you good seed. If you want that of chili, you can ask for Rebecca, still at Icemark. Now the process for planting in the nursery bed is the same for chili and for pepper. You still do not spray while in the nursery bed. At what point does chili and hot pepper differ in how they are grown? In the nursery bed, they are all cared for in the same way. The difference comes when you transplant to the main garden. Still, even the medications or chemicals that we use in chili are the same as those that we use in hot pepper. Though there is a slight difference in the measurements that you use, but still the insect that will cause black spot in pepper is the same insect that will cause black spot in chili. Chili does not get moth, is not affected by moth. What advice do you give to someone who is just starting, who is still wondering whether to start with hot pepper or chili? Now, I would advise if someone is starting for the very first time that they would start with growing hot pepper. Hot pepper has a very big market. It's highly demanded, and again, it's not tedious when it comes to harvesting it. Because now you see, for me to harvest this chili, the people you're seeing who are working in this garden, I go looking through all villages, picking these workers to come and work on this garden. Is there a way for you to know that this particular land will not allow hot pepper to grow, so that you do not go through the trouble of planting and then discovering it can't grow? Right now, we don't have those machines that can test the soil. You know, they deceived us that they are going to bring us those machines as farmers, these machines that will help us to test the land, but they never brought them. Was this the first time for you people to grow hot pepper on this land? They've ever grown hot pepper on this land so many years ago, and still the same reason they stopped was that same issue. What are some of the things that you think that if a Ugandan farmer would get, they would be able to improve growing this crop for export, to grow it in a better way and in a way that will enable the farmers to even make more money or profits from the crops? Now, in the time to come, we can make good money from growing pepper if we can all work together. But the most important thing is if we all have records or documents. These records will have information like the number of plants that I planted, the number of seedlings that I planted. When I transplanted this number of seedlings. When we all have these documents or records, it will help us not to lose the global market. Because the time will come when pepper that does not have documents or records cannot be exported out of this country. Because they want to know, what have you given us? What is its state? What have you been spraying? When did you spray? And they want to make sure that you gave them good quality, the required quality. And then we have to be truthful, because there is you writing records when you are lying. Because when you do that, still your pepper will be found to have diseases and pests and chemicals. Still, they will chase us out of the market. So for us to get a good market and enjoy growing this crop, let's start with records. You've planted your pepper. When did you plant? When did you start to spray? How do you spray? When did you scout your garden? Which diseases did you discover when you scouted? What did you spray? What medication or chemicals are you using to spray? And also protecting yourself. I'm spraying, but am I spraying poisonous chemicals? Also deciding, I've sprayed poisonous chemicals to heal a disease, I'm not going to harvest. We have very tough men. Our inspectors come and they have to scout every garden and they have to find you with documents. Okunoganga bafu meka? 5. Omaze banga chingo noga kamla? Hey! Wow! Mwebale kola. Kyoyigirako nti olaba yatandika mu katono ako n'aba mwesigwa ku mulimu gwe n'agukola ne gutuuka we guli kati. Nga
tayisa bulungi. Tobawa pressure yo gyofuna eno. Era mu bulina gwe mbuzizaako yagambye ko maze ebbanga kingono gakambala okuba we yatandika tuli naye paka kati.